In this video, guys, I'm going to teach you exactly how to set up meta ads for your tree service business. We're going to dive into it and show you the exact type of setup that's working right now, as well as the type of image and ad copy that's working unbelievably well right now as well. But I don't want to waste any more of your time. We're just going to dive straight into the video, but make sure you don't skip past anything because you might miss out on something important. So let's jump into Facebook ads right now. So the very first thing we want to do once we're in the meta ads dashboard is go over to create, and we're going to start creating our campaign. And the type of objective that we want to pick is leads, because we want people to either fill out our form on our website or fill out the instant form that we can create right here on Facebook. So let's go and tap on continue now. The first thing I want to do is just quickly break this down for you. So if you see over in the top left, we have the campaign, the ad set, and the ad. So these are the three different levels of your actual ad. So the campaign level is where you basically just set in the budget. The ad set level is where you do the conversion location and the actual audience targeting. And then the ad level is where you write in all the fancy words that sell them on your service, as well as the nice photo that makes them stop that scroll and click on get quote. So we're starting straight off in the campaign level. We're just going to put in our daily budget here. So if you're in Australia, I recommend spending anywhere from $50 to $100 per day. If you're from the US, it's anywhere from $35 to $70 per day. And if you're from the UK, I recommend anywhere from 25 to 50 pounds per day. I've just found that these are the best when it comes to testing off brand new ads, and then you can start to scale further beyond that after you've got some more jobs booked in. So since we've already got this on $50, we're going to tap on next. So once we're in the ad set level, you just want to select your Facebook page, and we're going to do our conversion location. Now, my personal preference is instant forms, because you don't need to spend a ridiculous amount of money on a website and then hope that it's actually high converting, like it's optimized for conversions, when you can actually just set up a simple instant form right here. I'll show you exactly how to do it up to get high intent leads as well. And it doesn't actually take them off the Facebook ad platform either. So they don't have to wait for loading times or have any of that trouble. They can literally just fill out the form straight on Facebook and continue doom scrolling after it. So what we want to do now is change the performance goal. I personally prefer this on maximize number of leads rather than maximize number of conversion leads, just because how I set up my forms, I make all the leads conversion focused before they get a quote anyway, because I have to answer those multiple questions. If you have this on conversion leads, it usually makes you pay a little bit more of a premium price to appear in those audience where they're more likely to convert after they've submitted the form, which, like I said before, we can skip that whole thing by just setting up the form the correct way. So what we want to do now is scroll down, and we're going to put in our audience. So this is just where we service. So tap on the pencil here, and I'm just going to type in here one of the suburbs that I service, so it takes me directly there on the map. So I've just typed in Chadstone here. We're just going to tap on it like this, and it's going to take us directly to Chadstone. So what I want to do now is just increase the actual radius of this. So we're just going to bring this up to about 19 miles. So just say I service 19 miles around Chadstone. So we just want to put in our targeting like this. Now here's a little tip that I want to give you. So Facebook sometimes triggers your ad spend into areas where you don't actually target. So it would send ads around here, around here, around here. And as you know, I haven't put my targeting location there. So I don't want any work out there, because it's just a waste of my time because I can't service them. So how to actually fix that problem is you go onto drop pin, and you drop more pins around your targeting zone. But what you need to do is tap on it here, tap on the little arrow down, and tap on exclude. This guarantees that Facebook won't be putting your ads out in these areas. And just like the targeting zone, you can also increase the size of this as well. Now, what I recommend is just getting all these exclusion zones and just excluding all around where you actually target. That's normally how I set these up. Obviously, I'm not going to do that right here because it would just be boring for you to watch, but just imagine a bunch of different red circles all around the actual blue targeting circle. That's how I normally set these up. Real quick, guys, I hope you're enjoying the value that I'm giving you in this video. Look, if you want to just sit back, relax, and not have to worry about building out meta ad campaigns and then worrying about trial and error, and you just want somebody else who's a professional, who's been working in this industry to run the ads for you, there's a link down in the description to my marketing agency. You can book a call with me and I can run the ads for you. But I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Let's just jump back into the video. Don't worry about suggesting an audience. Broad is the best way to go. Back in the day, there was an iOS update that absolutely killed advanced targeting and everything like that. It's not very accurate at all anymore. So the best way to do it is just doing broad targeting. It's what all the marketing agencies do. It's what I do. It's the best way to do it. You just want your creative to do the targeting for you. So I'm going to show you how to build up the creative to do that for you. So we're going to scroll down, and as you can see, the actual audience definition, and as you can see, the actual audience targeting. So right now you can see that I'm broad, and you can see this is the estimated size of people in the area that I'm targeting, which is absolutely killer. Personally, if you have a little bit lower than 500,000, your ads are going to be quite pricey. So just remember that the lower this is, the more pricier your ads will seem to be, because the CPMs will be higher and your ad fatigue will kick in real quick. So now we're going to tap on next, and now we're in the actual ad level. So where all the magic happens, this is where we create the fancy words on the ad that persuade them to buy your service, as well as creating that scroll stopping images to stop them in their tracks so they look at your ad and read all the ad copy and get a quote from you. So we're going to go down, and we're going to set this up as a single image or video ad. This is just my personal favorite. I'm just going to be setting up a single image ad for this video. I find these are unbelievably easy to mass test to find multiple winners. That's why I like sticking around them. There's nothing against video ads. They work really well, but if you don't have that time to do all the recording, editing, and adding in subtitles and everything like that, then this is the best way to go. So we're going to scroll all the way down to add creative, tap on setup, and then we're going to do image ad. All right, so as you can see, I have my image right here. This is just one I created over in Canva. We're going to tap on next, and I'm going to keep all of these as original, because we don't want to have these in the different sizes because they might not appear very well. So keep them in original, and then tap on next. Now here's when you put in all the fancy words and everything that sell them. Now I'm not going to do this in this section right here. I'm going to do it after we get out of it, just because you can't really see the ad that well here. So we're going to tap on next. If you see any AI images that you personally like here, you can grab them and put them in your business. But for me personally, I'm not going to touch these ones just because they don't have the actual work crew in it. I prefer my ads to be as genuine and real as possible, because people hire people, and if they can actually see the person who they're going to hire in the ad, it creates an unbelievable amount of trust. So I want to stick with that. Now what we're going to do is tap on skip and continue. And now here's the enhancements that I love to have on my images, and the ones I hate to have as well. So enhancements, I don't like to have the enhanced CTA. I find it absolutely horrible. I like overlays. I love visual touch-ups. I like music. I don't want text improvement, because I want my words on there. I don't want AI words making up some garbage and then me not knowing what's actually working and what's not working. I want full control of this. And then I want to get rid of animation as well. Now what we're going to do here is now just tap on next. So now let's actually start putting the fancy words on the ad. So scroll down to primary text. So I've just pasted in my ad copy here. So this is the type of ad copy that's working really well right now, but we're not just done yet. Feel free to obviously read through this and take some great insight. You know, you can copy and paste this, chuck it into ChatGPT and change it around so it works for your business. I don't really mind at all, but we're going to actually put in the rest of the words. So for the headline, so I'm just going to paste in free on-site quote today. When it comes to your headline, it's just basically your call to action, which is you telling them what you want them to do, which obviously in this scenario is getting a free quote. So saying free on-site quote today. Then maybe having a little exclamation mark just to put a little bit more energy into it. And I've just added in this little emoji to point to the actual button. Now, let's change what the button says. So we want the button to say get quote. So we're going to go down to call to action, and we're going to change this to get quote. Now, obviously this looks way better now because it's telling them, you know, free on-site quote today, pointing at the actual button that they need to tap to get the quote. Now we want to put in a description as well. So when it comes to the description, you just want to be doing something that is literally social proof related. So the amount of 5-star Google reviews you have, 5-star Facebook reviews that you have, or just overall how many happy customers you've had. So for this, I'm going with 600 plus trees removed safely. So it's just reinforming them that we've done a lot of tree removal and we've done it safely. So we haven't caused any property damage or anything like that. But as you can see, the ad is looking pretty damn good right now. Obviously, just imagine the page actually coming from a tree service page, not my demonstration ad account. Obviously it'd look a lot better. But as you can see, this is what the whole ad looks like. It looks absolutely unbelievable in my opinion. This is definitely going to stop the scroll and get a lot of people to click on that button and get a quote. So in this area here, it actually shows what your ad will look like in multiple different placements. This is obviously in the Facebook newsfeed area, these two ones here. And then if you scroll down, this is what it looks like in the Instagram Reels. This is just what it looks like in Instagram Explore. And then over here, this is what it looks like in Stories as well. So it's pretty cool. You can see exactly what your ad looks like and how it looks in all the different placements. But we're not done just yet. We still need to actually create the form, the thing that people actually click on to get a quote from you. And I'm going to show you the best way to set these up for your tree service business. So what we want to do here is we want to scroll all the way up to where it says destination, and we're going to tap on create form. So you just want to name this form whatever it is, so tree services, and then we want to have the form type on more volume, and then the sharing settings on open. So if you do have any problems with the leads that you get where they're not picking up their phone and not responding, you may need to put this on higher intent and require the leads to verify their phone numbers. But I've never really had a problem with it, with the way that I set up the form. So I'm going to show you exactly how I set these up now. So I go over to intro, and then I completely remove this because it's a waste of time. Then I go across to questions. All right, so now we're in the area where you actually fill out the questions. So we want to get as much data from these people as possible, and we want to have around 3 to 4 different questions to qualify them before they can get a quote, because a dud tire kicker or a time waster is not going to actually fill out all this information to not get a quote from you, right? These people aren't going to avoid answering the phone after they've just gone through doing all this to get a quote. So what we want to do is tap on add question. The first type of question that I like to have is a short answer question. You could ask a question here like, where is the tree located and how big do you estimate that it is? And then obviously they can just write down their answer here, like it's in my backyard, it's about the size of a 2-story house, and it's next to my pool or whatever, right? So this way you can really just get that detail from them before you even speak to them. So you already know what you're going to talk about the moment you get on that phone call. And then you can add in multiple choice questions here, tap on multiple choice, and you just give them a question, then ask for different answers. So I'd put in here a lot of the times, like what's the best form of contact? And then they'd have about 3 different answers down here. One would be email, phone number, or SMS, right? This way they can tap on any different one. So they might prefer a phone call over a text message or an email over a phone call or anything like that. So they can actually select that here. Really good knowledge to know. But yeah, I would add in a couple more questions to really qualify them. Like I said, the golden spot is around 3 to 4 different qualifying questions. But once you put those in for your particular business, you want to go down to the actual contact information, and we just want to grab their property address as well. So go down here, go to contact fields and street address. This way they answer all these questions, and then they give you their email, full name, phone number, and street address. Now, if you can see this little warning sign here, too many questions may reduce the form submission rate. That's what we want. We want to reduce the form submission rate because it saves the amount of time that we waste on people who don't actually care about a quote. We want to get rid of those people, and they're not going to answer all these questions if they don't actually genuinely care about getting the tree removed in their backyard or front yard or anything like that. So like I said, ask 3 to 4 questions and ignore this. Now we're going to tap on next. And you just want to plug in your privacy policy here. Look, if you don't have a privacy policy, you can easily make one in Google Docs, or if you have a website, you can just link your website in here. To be honest with you, it literally just takes any website link. You could plug in KFC or McDonald's in here and it'd take it. That's not advice, so please don't take it as advice. I'm just letting you know that you can just plug anything in here if you don't have a privacy policy. But that's dodgy as if you do. Now we'll tap on next, and we want to actually have the headline as thanks, you're all set. Give them an estimation of when they can receive their quote, so within the next 24 to 48 hours. And then you just want to have the additional icon on call business so they can actually call your phone number if they need you urgently. Now, once you've done that, just tap on create form. And that's it, guys. It's exactly how to set up Facebook ads for your tree service. Now, look, if you do want to know all the secrets that I can't share for free on YouTube, there's a link in the description to my course and community where I literally teach you everything I know about Facebook ads, Google ads, and automating your entire business. You cannot find this information anywhere else. So if you don't want to waste any more time on trial and error and guessing what is working and what's not working, go to the link, join the course, and never worry about getting clients again. But that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you found some value.